All right, let's jump right into this explainer of the microbiome reset. Today, we're going to uncover exactly how we can completely transform our digestive health. If you've ever felt like your stomach just has a mind of its own, well, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to decode the data and turn it into a really practical, actionable guide that you can literally start using today.
Look, if you are experiencing things like chronic bloating, sudden food intolerances, or just this heavy, unexplainable daily fatigue, your body is literally sounding an urgent alarm. That internal inflammation is a crystal clear signal that your digestive environment is currently in crisis mode and desperately needs a massive reset.
So here is our roadmap for the reset. We'll cover why you need a reset, the battle of good versus bad bacteria, the gut reset diet, your biological gut clock, and finally, the fascinating gut-brain connection.
Okay, let's start with Section 1, why you need a reset and understanding the crisis within.
Now, we really need to rethink how we view our stomachs. Your gut isn't just some static pipe that processes food, right? It's actually a living, breathing, three-dimensional ecosystem. It is teeming with a super delicate balance of healthy and unhealthy bacteria. And this microscopic world, it dictates almost everything about your overall digestive health, your immune response, and just how you function day to day. When you feel terrible, it's essentially because this specific ecosystem has fallen completely out of balance, and the harmful microbes are now outnumbering the beneficial ones.
Which brings us to Section 2, good bacteria versus bad bacteria, or what I like to call the daily battle.
Every single day, there is a literal war going on inside you. We're facing these gut-damaging culprits all the time. Processed foods, sugary drinks, fast food, chronic stress, and irregular eating habits, they physically damage your digestive tract. They strip away your protective lining and act like an all-you-can-eat buffet for the harmful bacteria. But thankfully, we also have our gut-healing heroes. Fresh vegetables, fruits, and whole foods actually go in and repair that cellular damage. When you eat these healthy heroes, you're providing the exact high-quality fuel your beneficial bacteria need to multiply and patch up those intestinal walls.
Moving right along to Section 3, the gut reset diet and how we heal through food.
First things first, you've got to kick those gut-irritating foods to the curb entirely. Highly inflammatory stuff like bread, pasta, fried foods, processed snacks, and artificial sweeteners, they just need to go immediately. They're way too hard to digest and they trigger massive internal inflammation. Instead, we want to embrace high-fiber, hydrating alternatives, things like oats, chia seeds, sweet potatoes, and coconut water. Honestly, think of these foods as a literal cleansing brush for your intestines. They gently sweep away all that toxic buildup and prep the soil, so to speak, for healthy microbes to really flourish.
To really kickstart this healing process, there is a very specific 1 to 2 day protocol. It's built around incredibly clean, simple, and warm meals. You start by hydrating with herbal tea, then move on to steamed vegetables, followed by some warm lentil soup, and you finish up with a traditional, super easily digestible millet khichdi. The vital takeaway here is that these foods are already partially broken down by the cooking process, so they require very little biological effort from your digestive system. It's basically giving your gut the profound downtime it desperately needs to fix that cellular damage. Okay, so once the gut is cleared out and resting, you have to actively feed the good guys. You do this by bringing in the probiotic powerhouses. We're talking homemade yogurt, fermented congee drinks, traditional fermented foods like idli, dosa, and dokla, along with buttermilk. And you pair those with fresh, enzyme-rich fruits, papaya, banana, guava, jamun. By eating these, you are literally calling in the reinforcements. You're delivering billions of beneficial live cultures straight to your gut to multiply and thrive exactly where that inflammation used to be.
Let's move on to Section 4, the biological gut clock. Because, honestly, timing is everything. A massive piece of the puzzle is aligning your daily routine with your internal biological clock. Your digestive system actually has its very own circadian rhythm, and it's tied directly to the sun. So you start your day at sunrise with warm lemon water to gently wake up the digestive tract. Then you have a solid, healthy breakfast when your digestive fire is at its absolute peak. You eat a light dinner in the evening as that fire naturally starts to dim, and cap off the night with a nice, gentle post-dinner walk. Matching these natural rhythms means your food is processed super efficiently, rather than just sitting stagnant in your stomach all night long.
Just notice how this biological clock totally dictates our meals. Your morning is geared entirely toward energy because your body is primed to burn fuel. That means boiled eggs, soaked almonds, vegetable toast, and herbal tea with cumin water. But a smart dinner, that relies on steamed veggies and khichdi, with a really strict, non-negotiable avoidance of heavy, fried foods at night. You want your gut focusing its nighttime energy on repairing damaged tissues and balancing hormones while you sleep, not working overtime to break down a massive, heavy meal.
And finally, Section 5, the gut-brain connection. We are going way beyond the plate here.
This brings us to a really fascinating question that kind of changes everything we've talked about so far. Is food the only thing feeding your gut? Can your daily thoughts, your stress levels, and your overall mental state actually impact your physical digestion?
The answer is a massive, resounding yes. There is a literal, physiological superhighway linking your brain straight down to your digestive system. It's called the vagus nerve. Listen, you can eat all the steamed veggies and probiotic yogurt in the world, but if you are constantly living in a state of high anxiety, your body is just pumping out stress hormones like cortisol, and those hormones actively destroy your gut microbiome and bring normal digestion to a grinding halt. So managing your stress through meditation or simply carving out moments of real peace, that isn't just a nice to have, it's a mandatory biological pillar of this entire reset.
At the end of the day, healing your gut isn't just an exercise you do in the kitchen. It is a whole life approach. To maintain this incredible healing long-term and keep that internal ecosystem thriving, you've got to combine those colorful, nutrient-dense meals, think big, rainbow-colored plates of grains, legumes, and sprouts, with a consistently active lifestyle. Regular exercise physically promotes healthy gut motility, and intentionally prioritizing a peaceful, low-stress home environment allows your body to actually stay in that optimal rest and digest state.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final, pretty powerful thought to take directly into your kitchen today. Every meal is a choice. Which bacteria will you feed next? Seriously, are you going to feed the alarm bells of inflammation, or are you going to feed the vibrant energy of healing and vitality? The choice is literally on your plate.